All right, so welcome back. We have an additional guest. This is my boyfriend, Spencer.
Hello.
Hi, Spencer.
Hi, Spence.
So
I love your gifts.
Thank you. Family Empire.
Oh my God, we love a Nepo baby.
I do. I'm so excited about when you're a parent, you know. We can get all the money.
All the lava lamps,
Are you a
dildos,
Nepo
and
baby?
incense.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Spencer Gifts. He
No,
is
I
a
wish
Nepo
to.
baby.
My ex is like a Nepo baby.
Yeah,
Like
super.
100%.
Really?
Oh, he is.
From
100%.
what empire?
From like
The Ottoman Empire.
Well,
There's so many Ottomans in his
I'll
house.
just say this: his family works in law, so like,
You,
don't
so
sue
you,
me.
so
but,
you can draw
yeah.
your own conclusions.
Oh,
Yeah, they work in
shit.
law and have like their whole family has.
He works for
some-
J.G.
Law-
Wentworth.
law
Wait, no,
and
that's not.
in
J.G.
Wilson.
Wentworth.
Yeah.
2777. Yeah.
877 cash now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now. That's what happens when I smoke weed
We're
too.
gonna
I'll be like, on the bus and like
Oh
I am
my
seeing
God.
these people singing and I'm
Yes.
like, no, there's nobody
Yeah.
here. This isn't a bus. This is an alley behind an Aldi.
That and then the bitch from Oh my God, call free education online.
Oh, yeah.
Education
Get
connection.
connection for free.
Free.
With
Free.
education connection.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. We're vibing.
I've like brought that up like a few months ago to some people, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I was like,
Dude.
"How do you not know this?
Icon.
This is like iconic. Like after
Yeah.
school, you get home and like education connections on.
Education.
I'm like that's how I'm gonna get my education.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
they're gonna pay for
Gonna-
it. JK, I'm still
It's
paying
for
for
free.
mine.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God. I checked
how
my
they get
student
ya.
loan
Oh,
account today.
me too.
It said overdue because I haven't been
Mine
paying.
too. Me
Dude,
either.
fuck them.
I
I'm
had to
not
pay them
paying it.
$600 today.
Ooh.
600.
Dude,
I ain't got that
mine
never
was
kind of money.
158,
Oh, I don't now.
But
I literally had to pull out of the emergency fund
dude,
because I'm not a nepo baby.
oh yeah, no. I literally for
So-
my birthday's on February 7th, and I
Mine's
called
the
my
8th.
mom.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Happy
Aquarius.
birthday!
Almost birthday.
That's my
Birthday
moon
episode.
sign.
Aquarius.
I'm a Gemini, but then yeah.
Oh, you're an
Moon
Aquarius
signs
too?
I'm an Aquarius double
I'm an
Leo.
Aquarius.
Yeah.
Are you? Are we all Aquarius?
I think there's a
I'm-
birthday party I haven't officially received my invitation to
Yeah.
of yours.
Bet.
Oh, I need to send
Wait,
you a
are you
text.
Aquarius?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
17th.
because his birthday is
That's
a
so
week
crazy
after
because, like,
mine.
all my exes were Aquariuses, but like I love y'all.
I love.
But you don't wanna fuck
air
us.
signs
We get
are
it.
better
That's, I
than
think, the
anybody
issue.
else.
Can like be friends,
yeah.
but just not relationship. Even though
Yeah.
they say a Gemini and an Aquarius are the best match.
Dude, my
heard that.
shitty
Yeah.
ex was a Gemini,
Not-
and I've been traumatized ever
Who
since.
says
But
that?
Was
Aquarius
it June
and
or
Leo
May?
go.
June or May?
It was June.
Yeah,
What are
that's
you?
why.
Yeah.
I'm a May.
Cancer.
Mays are the best.
Okay,
and I'm a
so we
natural
need
twin.
to date Connor.
Oh my god.
Well,
let's
here
do
I'll
it.
go ahead and give y'all some of these since it's birthday stuff. So there's 3 Yacht House Party Halloween coasters.
Oh my God.
Oh my god, I have
So
that at the
generous.
house.
Well,
The girls.
Yes, which I'm like, I don't know if people actually hold on to these or not, but I'm
Oh,
glad
we
y'all
use them
did.
every day.
And I also have some Yacht Studios magnets.
I'll take a magnet,
And then I
please.
have 3 limited edition.
The picture, the infamous.
I have Elvira and hologram. I have the Love Witch.
Oh,
Okay, that
Wait,
one
God,
didn't
that
get
you have
movie.
the one
Oh my
that's
God,
with the
no,
pink
that
hair?
movie is.
Yes,
pink
it's
hair.
amazing.
Oh my
And then
God.
we
Was that the
have
pink hair? That's the one.
original- Yeah.
Okay.
So
I've been wanting one of these for
Oh my
so
God, I
long.
love
I
it.
will take
Not
the
that I
Love
can't
Witch
give you
if you are giving it. Thank
Here, you can
you.
get
We'll
all-
take the leftovers.
you
Oh
can,
my
yes.
God.
And then
Oh,
you each get a
thank you.
magnet.
This movie
Oh,
changed
look
my
at
life.
that. That's cute.
Same. We did a showing of that at Aperture, and I was in drag, and the what was it? Osco Labs that distributes it
Yeah.
reposted the picture of me as Elaine in the Love Witch from like the Aperture showing. It was a very full.
Oh my
circle
God,
moment.
we love that.
Yeah, it was a beautiful moment, but I didn't have my glasses.
Oh,
and then here's
those
some
are great.
coasters.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
going on the fridge.
Thank
So
you.
you know where to put them.
I
I
think
love
we're gonna
the
keep-
Sims one font. That
I
is
will-
something
Yeah,
that
it's-
I've
yeah,
always really
isn't
loved about
that-
the shit that you do. That's
Yeah.
These will be our coasters.
Beautiful.
Our
This is
official
coaster.
coaster.
Yeah,
The official coaster
coaster.
provider of the
Love it.
podcast.
Yeah.
Not sponsored
you,
by
Anna.
EA Games.
Challenge.
Challenge everything.
Perfect.
So I thought for our final segment, you dirty horse, we
Sorry,
could
sorry.
talk a little bit about relationships and how to move on when they go to shit.
I
You're
love
asking the wrong
that.
bitch.
I was
But
gonna
yeah,
say.
let's
That's the
go
wrong
for it.
Yeah, you really are asking all
I
the.
love
Oh my
that. Moving
god.
on.
I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
Yeah, commercial break.
God, I will.
This
I
is the
will,
end. This is actually a great end of the episode because none of us have any good advice for that
Yeah,
at
I
all.
know.
Nope.
We are all
Dude,
stuck in the
please
past
Cut to black.
and
Like,
it fucked.
Oh, I have advice. I
good
just don't know how to
advice.
apply it.
oh my god, yeah, for
Oh.
sure.
I do,
I will
but-
tell people like
God.
6 ways to fucking Sunday how to leave somebody, and then I will fuck my ex for a year and
And
then
you're
get back together with them. So I'm the wrong bitch. But
You're the right bitch. Look at where you're at now. Look at your journey.
hey, he changed for me.
He did, and I didn't know that
change.
until
They do?
They do.
No, you don't. But anyway, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
Our
I'm
Jim
the
Halper
same,
looking
though.
at the camera
Dude,
moments
we-
are my favorite.
Oh,
I
really?
always,
yeah.
I'm like, anyway, I'm like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
But your journey,
no.
like though, like you told me,
Yeah.
like on the last
Yeah,
episode, like,
yeah, on our last canceled episode.
Cancel.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, let's start with the
yeah.
healthiest and then like de-escalate.
Okay, yeah, all right, okay.
I'm not picking the
So,
order though.
Me and Zach started dating in like 2020. So we did that cute little like we're quarantined together, trauma bond, whatever.
Mhm.
But I will say, like, you know, I had years of, because I'm a chronic monogamist, so I had years of
Same.
like
Yeah, same.
being with people who were just so toxic and horrible. I had a few good exes thrown in there, whatever. And when I met Zach, I was like trying to get over one of my other exes.
Mhm.
And it ended up like, you know, I was nervous. It was a Hinge date. I was like, oh my God, like I've never used Hinge before. I don't know what to do, whatever. I showed up. Zach is the first guy, because I don't contrary to this podcast, I don't hang out with men. And so, no offense, I love
gay
you guys.
men, so it's a little
but-
different.
Exactly. It's a little different. But he is the first man that's ever like genuinely made me laugh, like belly laugh. Like that was something that I noticed from our first date. So whatever. And also from then on, you know, inseparable. And he like best boyfriend I've ever had. Like so sweet, so attentive. I remember one time like I was on a run because I used to be a dog walker. So I was running a dog and I ended up tripping over the pavement and like scraped up my knees. I still have the scars from it. He took a late lunch break just to like bring me a first aid kit. Like
Oh, that's
that, yeah, like that
yeah.
kind of shit, like very sweet, very tenderhearted, whatever. But ended up, you know, like
which is funny because you didn't meet on Tinder, you met on Hinge.
yeah, love a wordplay.
Yeah.
But I remember like a year in, it just kind of got to the point where we were just kind of friends. It's like friends that were having sex, and so I broke up with him. Hardest breakup, the only person I've ever broken up with in my fucking life. And he was crying, whatever, and I did my shit because I love having sex. And I did my shit where I was like, but if you ever want to have sex, let me know. And so we ended up basically for a whole fucking year, we were still dating. We would go out all the time. I met more of his friends. We hung out we slept together every single night. It didn't matter if we were dating other people. Like we were hanging out all the time for a year. And finally, my last birthday, last February, I looked at him and I was like, I think back to like my Christian days, and I thought, you know, when I was a Christian, I thought I would be done having babies by 26. Like I thought I would be married, whatever. So I had this whole existential crisis. So I told him, I was like, hey, babe. So we either by the end of February need to get back together or we're never talking again, because the way we're acting right now is that we're a couple. All your friends say it. Like I know ultimatums aren't healthy, but we really like, I know you want to be with me and I don't know what your fucking issue is. And so by the end of February, he was like, I love you. I want to change for you. I want to be with you. And lo and fucking behold, like he really, truly like, we have constructive conversations. He like brings me flowers. He plans dates. Like
oh, that's incredible.
he does. It's actually insane because I
that's
was like, I didn't
beautiful.
really know if he would like step up to it, but it ended
It's
up
a lot
being
easier to say than it is to like apply.
exactly. And like things aren't always like flowers and like perfect or whatever, but like
It's not supposed
he-
to be
yeah,
like
yeah. And he honestly has done so much. He's so sweet. He knows how to like apologize correctly. He knows like what my love language is. Truly like, but the one thing about it is like, that's so fucking rare. Like if it was my friends, cause one of my friends is going through like this really tumultuous, like back together, breakup, back together relationship right now. And I keep telling them, I'm like, you know, I love you. I'm not one to judge, you know, because I've been through so many fucking relationships like that where it's like, this isn't my place to tell you to leave them. But I will say, like, do you think they're capable of change? And I think that's my biggest advice is like, do you think they like you as a person? Because that's the only thing that will get them to change. It's like, yeah, they like having you around, but do they fucking like you? Not love you, but just actually like
genuinely
being around
enjoy.
you. Wow.
Like,
yeah,
having
like
your
as a
presence. That's
friend.
really good advice.
Yeah, and so that's
I've
like
never
my
thought
only
of
thing.
that.
Yeah, that's like my only
Same.
thing with like if you are planning to get back with an ex, it's like, do you get the vibe that they actually like being around you? And so I don't know, but that's my story. I'm sticking to
I
it,
love
bitches.
that.
So I love my boyfriend.
I think that like
Yeah.
that like thing,
Yeah.
that's what helped me like move on from my fake imaginary ex, which was like him just being like, I don't like you.
Dude,
And I was like,
that's the
But,
worst
like-
thing anybody could say to you.
yeah, it's like, yeah, it is. But it was
That's
like,
worse than
okay.
I hate you. Like saying I
Yeah.
don't like you
Yeah.
Yeah.
hurts like fuck.
The
dude.
opposite
Yeah.
of love isn't hate, it's indifference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's my TED talk.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
Okay, you're next.
That's beautiful. I don't even know like how to even go from there. Like I don't like we don't have time for all that. Like I don't know what you guys want me to like.
You got
talk
3
about.
minutes, Graham. Make it
Like I
worth
don't-
it.
Like
All right, Graham.
I mean, my experience I kind of touched on earlier with the ex that I'd been with for, 4 or 5 years. Like
Yeah.
it just sort of became a part of my identity. And I was 25 when we started dating. It was long distance.
Yeah.
It was sort of against all odds, but it was this kind of thing where like I don't feel like romantic. I don't feel he was from Oklahoma, but reeled in. I just don't feel a lot of like romantic feelings for a lot of people, and I'm sort of a serial monogamist as well. And like I love the idea of having, like not just a partner, not in a codependent way, but more in like a companionship and like camaraderie and like this is my person. And I know for me, a lot of times people are sort of drawn in, and this is just a pattern that I've seen. So hopefully it doesn't sound too like hooty tooty, but it's like people are drawn into like the pizzazz and the like excitement and like the drag and the photography and all that stuff. And it's really cool and exciting at first. And it's, it makes for a like kind of surreal honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
It really is that sort of like first 3 or 4 months, because I think usually avoidants are more attached to me or they're more drawn to me because I think I have like a lot of what people aspire to be, as far as maybe more introverts are like, oh, you're very extroverted, like, and everything seems kind of easy at first. They don't really sort of see the cracks in the veneer, but like we're all human and we all have our shortcomings and our insecurities and stuff. So, with the ex that I was with for so long, that definitely was apparent. The other ex, because, he wrote me this like Valentine's Day thing of like things I love about Graham by, he's not gonna listen to this, that's fine. His name is and like I remember like reading that years later, like after we'd broken up, and it was like, I love the way you like serve fierce drag looks, and I love the way you'll like pop off on a bitch if they, and they were like, I love the way like this and that and all these things that like, are very like inherently me, but then it's weird to look back on and be like, these were literally the things that you had an issue with. It's like the light shines super bright and then it's like too much, and then you're like, I don't know, not feeling like you can actually accept it, or it's like something less true to like who they were attracted to in the first place or something. I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's weird, but with this recent relationship, it just did sort of come out of nowhere, and it was a month after I had sent like this long sort of, I guess some would say scathing, I'd say that's fair, text to where I was like, you know what, like you lied to me, you manipulated me, like you were doing all this like shady stuff behind my back, you cheated on me, you got an STD, which again, thank God I never like was
Fucking him
at that point, but or vice versa. But I was just like, thank you for allowing me to see just like, who you truly are, because it makes it so easy to let you go, and I'm done with this shit. And like a month later, that's when I met my most recent ex. And it just kind of came out of nowhere. Again, it was like on Hinge or Tinder or something, and we went to dinner, and I just remember just connecting. We went to Quiet Pint, and the whole night I was just like, I can't believe that there's actually someone that like I'm sitting here on a date with and I enjoy it. It just felt so like the conversation was so real. And then at the end, like we went, and he had a views too, which I was like, oh my God, soulmates. Like we both have views. What's the other one? What's the little one that's like the little.
Oh, you mean
Jewel?
the Jewel?
Not a Jewel.
Yeah, not a
She's
Jewel.
a views
baby.
girl.
Views. Yeah, we're
But-
Winston girlies.
Yeah, I just gotta hold it down. But we went to, we walked to our cars, and he's like, I think I'm gonna kiss you now. And like, I was like, okay, like that was great. Just that like boldness I saw from him as someone who I could tell was pretty introverted. Like that was really special. So from there, I mean, we were texting all the time. We started spending, more time together. I started staying over at his place, and it was just it just happened so organically. And at this point, drag was starting to kind of pick up and everything. As far as like I was doing drag bingo at the time, but I was doing more, drag brunches, and I'd had the idea of maybe starting to do yacht house parties, and I would like go over there and be on my iPad and like make flyers and contact performers and do all this like coordinating, making mixes. And it was just so nice to finally have someone to like be around and just sit there with. And he wasn't like making mixes or styling wigs or anything, but just having that like sort of symbiotic relationship between the two of us, where I know I had the support, I know I had the like a cheerleader and someone that was in my court who wasn't from this world but appreciated it. Like that was so cool and special. And we again, the first like 4, 5, 6 months were really amazing. And then we got into Pride, which was really stressful. And that kind of put a damper on us the first time, because like I was, again, like, I mean, Pride just is the most stressful time of year for me, especially when there's protests and people threatening to bring guns to a drag queen story time. And I'm going on, I think it's just, the more I was dealing with stuff and having to go into this autopilot sort of place with my relationship with drag and with, my career and saying yes to everything, because you never want to say no to any opportunity.
Yeah.
I think it started to sort of make me have one foot out of actually proactively thinking about the relationship and like what a relationship takes to make work. And he's, again, far more introverted, a little bit avoidant. So the more he would pull away, I'd be like, why are you pulling away? Why don't you love me? What, like, just really, and that went on for a while. And I mean, we'd have good times, we'd have bad times, but the second Pride, and he even said it before, he's like, I don't know if I can survive another Pride. Like that was just so much last year. And I mean, that's around the time I started drinking again. And even at the Barbie brunch, like everyone was wasted and I was stressed. There was a million things going on. So I started like taking shots there, and it was fine. Everyone was like, oh, you're having fun. You're a drag queen drinking at your giant party that you planned for months and put everything into for this like 2-hour thing. But, I was saying goodbye to everyone. He's like, all right, like it's time to go. Like it's been like an hour. And I always told him to kind of move things along, be like, hey, you can come up and say that. And I was just drunk, and I was like, I'm talking to people, like this is my job. And I know another friend was like, he walked off and was like, I don't fucking need this. And he did it. I mean, because that was literally him just trying, like he's just so sensitive and so sweet, but I definitely took a lot of that for granted. Not to say that, I was doing it deliberately, but in relationships, you don't realize sometimes how much you are surrounded by someone's support, especially when you're in that kind of like autopilot mindset. So after that, I mean, there was just really such a like divide between us, and it wasn't just intimacy, but it was just the connection that we'd had before, because I was going through a really dark time in my life, but I didn't want to admit it to him, and I didn't want to admit it to myself, because it felt so it just felt so selfish to be like, you're bringing people's dreams to life. Your dreams are coming to life. Like you're making everyone happy and bringing this community together. But the thing was, I wasn't pouring back into the 2 cups that really should have meant the most, which were obviously my own and his, because I couldn't have done a lot of that stuff without him. So, I think we just kind of got to this stagnant place where I was like, we have to like end this. I don't feel like I can make you happy or healthy anymore. But I realized it's like, I wasn't making myself happy or healthy. I wasn't prioritizing myself to be the partner I needed to be. So, my thing is, it's been 4 months. It's been like an insanely roller coaster, high and low sort of experience. But like, I feel like I've felt enough pain now to actually know like what means the most to me in a relationship and like what someone's worth. So, oh my gosh. So, it's kind of, to quote Justin Timberlake in Mirrors, yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. You take what you can, learn from it, and you try to hold space for that person. But it's, the love is, at least I can say for myself, like the love is unfortunately probably there even more than it was before, at least as far as me acknowledging it.
Yeah.
Because I think that was another fear I had, was being so hurt from the past relationship that I did project a lot of those wounds and core wounds of like losing my mom when I was younger and feeling abandoned by friends and no one wanting to play with me when I was a kid because I felt awkward and was weird and looked like Bobby Hill. You know, it was just sort of, that's my purse.
God.
That's my purse.
My God.
And now I look like a mixture between Peggy and Luann. So, hey kids, it does get better.
It gets better.
But the thing is, I also have to remind myself that it's like, I know that I have so much love and support around me, and gratitude is something that I have no struggle experiencing, because I've always realized like how blessed, not just I, but like everyone I'm around, like we're living in such a great time. I mean, there's so much going on in the world right now that in the past 4 months has been chaotic and traumatic and devastating for everyone. And I'm not saying like, oh, that's what a coincidence. But I mean, honestly, like it's a tough time to be alive. And if you can find someone that really like honestly supports you, sometimes your ego is less important than giving them the platform to hold space for them and be like, hey, like, what do you need from me? I always say it's like, I don't want to ruin a moment by acknowledging it, but like I'm trying to get to the point where I do acknowledge more of those moments and don't worry about being corny or worry about doing things like bringing the person you love flowers or going on hikes or going on dates and, you know, like introducing them to your family and stuff. It's like those are all important things that I feel like I'm just, you know, it's like, you know, these things, but you don't know what you
when
have.
You're in the moment.
You just get it in the autopilot. For me it's sort of an ADHD, like, survival tactic that I have. It's my version of just being like, well, I have to do everything. I can't say no to anything, because that opportunity I say no to could have led to something else. But I think going forward, especially with drag, it's like, first of all, fuck spreading yourself so thin for pride, like which we all do, even you know, in general. But I'm like, I'm gonna do the stuff for people I want to do, and I'm not gonna let people, you know, talking about me or gaslighting me because they're not in a show or because I don't do enough. It's like, I know I do everything I'm capable of, and that's enough.
Yeah, truly.
And I don't want to have it negatively affect the relationships with people that mean so much to me, because at the end of the day, like I can't.
That's what you have.
It's like that's what means the most to you in like actuality in real life, like after Pride. It's like those are the people that mean the most to you.
Oh yeah.
But it is crazy. Like I really do like hear and love like the kind of self-reflection that you've done. Like that really is like powerful and beautiful, and it's so hard to kind of like take a step back after a relationship ends. So it actually is like, that's really sweet.
Well, I mean, every single second of every single day has been like, you know, my mind just like thinking about, you know, not just like that I fucked up, but like how much, you know, it's like I got to this point where I was like, I just want to have like more good days than bad days. But then I realized like there were so many good days in there that I was not able to, you know, maybe like feel present for, because that's been something my entire life. Like even when I was a kid and there would be like, we're going to Disney, like I would dread it leading up to like the months before, because I'm like, it's going to go by too fast and I'm not going to remember it. I'm not going to be able to like experience it and have fun. And then after the fact, I would look back and be like, that was great. I had a good time. It's the same way with every single drag show I do. It's the same way with, well, now I do them frequently enough to where I'm like, girl, demystified. But, but you know, it's that thing where it's like, like being present in the moment is something that scares me so much, because everything feels so extreme. But like, I'm so thankful to have felt every single emotion, good and bad and like dark and light, and like grown from it and have all this amazing support and love from friends. It's like, I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the world. And even though I was, you know, living in this sort of world that felt like all the color was taken out of it for a while, it's like, no, I mean, it's still there. You just have to adjust your, you know, perspective and how you're looking at it. It's like, it still can be beautiful and doesn't mean it's gone. It's just what set of lenses you're looking through at that time.
Yeah, for sure. Man.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Sorry, that was dramatic.
That was a good
No,
one.
I honestly ate that shit up. That was beautiful. Thank you. Honestly, thank you so much for sharing. Like that really, truly, like I feel like that encapsulates like even from your personal experience, like I feel like a lot of people can glean a lot from that. Like just, I feel like it's part of the human experience. Like all of those emotions, even in your personal experience, it's like everybody has felt a time where they're like, oh, I might have overreacted. Oh, I might have underreacted. Oh, I've been so stressed out. Like, oh, I'm so thankful. Like that that whole experience, like everything you just shared, is so
I think,
real.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I can try to assign blame to, situations in my life and things I don't like and be like, this person did this to me. But it's like, there's one person in the world I have responsibility for their happiness at the end of the day. And that's my own. And, there might be a scenario where I think, oh, I can make this person happy and I can do this and I can be willing to work and do the change like your boyfriend has done. But it's also sort of like the reality is it's like you can't force someone else to see the love and happiness that you might want to provide for them, but you can provide that for yourself. And if you can't do that if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen. But it is beautiful.
Hashtag
Graham.
not sponsored. And we don't support fracking.
No, we don't. Fuck that shit. But like, no, really, like it's like, because I know you personally and like very personally, and like it's beautiful to see like your healing and like that journey of like from the beginning to where you're at now. And like healing is such a journey. Yeah. And like it's just such an up and down flow. It's the same with what I've been going through too. And like I'm definitely pretty much on the mends of it and moving forward. And, there's like certain things that have happened that kind of like pushed me back into that.
And every day is different. Like you can think, oh, I did like 10 steps forward and it's like 5 steps back and 2 steps, it's different every day.
It really is. But Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
And I know that's the thing is my friends do have my back, but in this situation 100%. It is very like, okay, like that's all that matters right now. Like whatever happens in the future, it's like, I mean, I'm not going to stop being me. I'm not going to stop doing. I have been, sort of dealing with the difficulty of finding a balance between dealing with my emotions. Like that girl from Mean Girls that doesn't even go here. I just have a lot of feelings. But you know what? Fuck it. I'd rather feel every single feeling and actually feel it in the moment and feel present than, not be able to feel it, because that's a part of being human. And this idea I had of like, oh, more good days than bad days. It's like you decide what makes something a good day. I mean, or you have more control over it than you realize sometimes. And tough emotions come up, but it's like that's what that's what makes us stronger. It's a learning experience. And then after that, you're like, I'm going to do this differently so I can get it,
Yep, exactly.
So,
So thank you.
Well,
do you want to tell us about your relationship?
Absolutely not.
So, okay.
Why not?
No.
This is for indica. Are we doing our outro?
Yeah.
Or is this our?
I think because I think it's a beautiful story. I was there.
Okay. Well,
I was
Spence.
We didn't turn this ring light on for nothing.
Yeah. Spence and Connor, you can tap in. Can talk about how we met.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'm
no,
telling
you.
it.
Yeah, you.
So I had gone to the movies.
The story.
I had gone to the movies with my friend Abby. Hi, Abby.
What movie?
We went to go see Bottoms, of all things.
Oh yes.
Great movie. And after we had ran into our friends Casey and Bree as we were leaving the theater.
My roommates.
And we like, let's go.
Shout out Casey and Bree, our favorite lesbians.
We love you.
We went to go get drinks, and Colt showed up with Connor and the rest of the gays, and then
who knows who was there.
We moved over
the
to
beans
the
and
gas
queens,
station, and then Colt and I were talking throughout the entire evening. And then as he gets up to leave, he leans over and seductively yells into my ear, "I would like to suck your dick. I would like to suck your dick." And then he just leaves. And then I wake up to an Instagram DM from him saying like, "Oh, thank God I found you. I hope I didn't embarrass myself last night." You did.
I'm friends with Spencer before, so like I found.
Those are my favorite Florence and the Machine lyrics, by the way.
Yes.
I want to suck your dick.
I want to suck your dick.
It's the greatest love story ever told.
Disappear into the night.
It's just
with
the moment
dramatic
of him
sneeze.
thinking that he's
Lawrence
whispering this at the
I
bar
whispered it.
and like yelling. Full.
I walked out with full confidence, like,
You and I are the same.
I just whispered in his ear, he's gonna want my dick.
Colt's filter is more of a concept than an actual like applied technique.
Yeah, well, and then I was walking home with Connor, and I pull up my phone, and I'm thinking, oh, of course the, 6-something guy on Grindr is like Spencer. And so I texted him, was like, hey, sexy, like that, like you're so hot, like come back to my place. And the response I get was, "This is Noah, you stupid bitch." And Noah is our friend who is a little, yeah.
She's a mess.
She's a mess.
We call her mother because all mothers are messes. Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. And then that week we started
And then a week
talking.
later, we went on.
I
We
mean,
went on a date,
yeah.
official date,
Yeah, the rest
the
is
next
history.
Friday, and I did suck his dick that night. So
Oh my God, slay!
you
Love
know,
that.
speak it into existence.
Yeah.
Speak
You
it
were
into
you were
existence.
manifesting. I
I
mean,
was
you did it really
manifesting that cock.
aggressively, but I mean, it worked
I s-
out.
I think they all are just lying, and I did whisper. I think.
Yeah, they're gaslighting you.
No.
Cole, actually,
Okay,
you know
yeah.
what? They're gaslighting you. You didn't. You whispered. I actually know you whispered. I was there.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was
She was
obviously
under the
there.
table,
I was
sucking
under the
another
table.
ass.
Yeah. I was.
You were
know,
doing
I was just hanging
research
out.
for a project.
Yeah, exactly. It was just I'm.
Have either
Colt's
one of y'all
keeper.
had a long-term relationship recently before, or
I've been long-term single for the past 5 years.
okay, so
Me
relationship with
too. Yeah,
yourself
long-term single.
for 5 years?
I haven't been. I just have. I don't want to.
Well, that was in
on
response.
camera.
Oh yeah,
no,
this is what got us
no,
in trouble
it's
last
good.
time. I was talking about
Yeah.
this shit.
No,
Yeah.
Well, no, just general.
I have
like-
always
Yeah.
just been. I don't think like fully like my first gay friend, like really like a really good gay friend was my ex roommate, and if that gives you a
How old
like
are you
an-
again?
30,
Oh,
but I was just like in business and
yeah.
like I used it as
Sorry,
kind
not
of like
all, but like
an
oh.
excuse. No,
Oh.
just used it as like kind of an excuse to like not invest in personal life and not
Yeah.
like really explore being gay, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I was very much like I'm gonna look the straight part and like
Mhm.
I'll hook up with people on the apps and stuff, but I'm never gonna like
I think for
bring
some people
anyone
that
home.
feels easier than actually like
Yeah.
proclaiming like this is my partner.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not that you don't want it, but I mean sometimes it's sort
was-
of, I
it
mean it
felt
takes a
out
leap
of
of faith
reach.
to be like open about like,
Yeah.
you know, and
It
it's also
just-
vulnerable.
it didn't feel like something that was I was gonna get, if that makes sense. It was like, oh, that's for other people.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like
It didn't feel
figure
like it was
it
a part of
Yeah.
your story at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I've never introduced a guy to my parents or like family.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
like I would introduce Spence. Like I invited him to Christmas, you know?
Oh yeah.
So I,
Oh, you guys
Can they
love
do
each
that?
other.
That's my
Oh.
biggest regret is not introducing this ex to, because then it's like, of course, I like called my dad and talked to him about it for like hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I
as you
mean,
do.
this person lives in Winston. Like,
Yeah.
my dad lives close to Winston. Like, his family is amazing. They actually invited me to Christmas last year because my sister didn't include me in the Christmas stuff that she did. So his family was like, well, he can come to our Christmas. This was not this most recent year, obviously.
yeah.
December 2022. But they were so amazing, and like his, you know, it was like the religious family, but very open minded. Like,
like,
really, just like it's, you know,
Beautiful.
it's tough to be able to take that sort of leap of faith. But again, it's
Yeah.
those things that like if you know, like never wait. Like if you
Yeah.
feel like it's right to do that kind of stuff, like definitely go for it. I'm at least glad I got to meet his family because my family's a little cuckoo crazy, but you know, we love them. But yeah, that's amazing,
love
and y'all
that.
do make a
That'd be
very
sweet.
cute couple.
Aw,
You do,
thank you.
truly.
Yes.
We
Very
do enjoy
sweet.
sucking each other's dicks.
That's what I
God,
meant.
Colt, yeah.
yeah. It's super
Subtle, but-
sweet.
I think
Um,
probably
I think I saw that on
little
a
more
Hallmark
than
card
that.
for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I saw that on y'all's Christmas
Our
card.
Christmas
It was
card
I guess
was
it's the card you give to
pretty
yourself if
sweet.
it says
I
we
was-
like sucking each other's dicks.
I was thinking
but-
next year's Christmas card, maybe him fucking me, and maybe at the bottom it's like I'm a bottom.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my God,
congratu-
Merry Christmas on
Hey,
my bottom.
Just Yacht Studios is right around the corner, and that actually, you know what? I'm good at AI now. Actually, this photo has some AI in it. That light is AI, and Connor's pants are AI.
Oh shit.
Really?
Because my pants were
You
white.
can't even tell. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The photo is so
That
good.
Adobe
you.
is she getting smart?
Adobe, yeah, it was
Yes.
Adobe be doing the damn
Truly.
thing.
Yeah.
Gonna put me out of a
truly.
job.
Well,
Scary.
I think
Not
it's
really.
time
I think
for
it's
our
time.
outro. So,
Yes.
Are we gonna?
Graham,
oh,
thank you
we
so
have a
much
song?
for. Okay,
Thank
well,
you for
I was
having-
gonna,
Sorry,
I was
sorry,
gonna,
let's
I was
go.
gonna do a thing.
Oh, sorry.
but
Sorry.
90
I just
decibels.
blew everyone's ears out.
I
Go ahead,
also
Meg.
haven't shut the fuck up this whole time, so I feel like you should probably do it. Okay,
No,
I
we love
will
you.
continue
Meg.
to not shut the fuck up.
This is why you're here.
Graham, thank you so much for joining us. Our perfect on a yacht. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come here for the
Yes.
first ever Buzz and Balance
I love
podcast. I
this.
feel like it was a hit. You know?
Thank you guys for having me. I've
Yeah.
been looking forward to this since like the minute y'all mentioned it. I was like,
Yes.
and when I saw the original,
it.
the little test,
Oh God.
test
Our little
episode,
test episode.
I was like, I want to be a part of this so fucking bad.
That
That was a
episode.
mess.
You're the only
Love
person to
it.
see that.
You
No
are.
one else
Yeah.
was.
Well,
like us.
maybe if you subscribe to Patreon.
yeah, subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once that exists. But no,
Yeah.
thank you guys for having me. I
Yeah.
love what you're doing here.
Thank
I think
you.
this is like an
Amazing.
exciting thing to come.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
Yeah.
listen to all the other episodes as well.
Yes,
Well,
we're
thank
excited to
you.
have
We
you
appreciate
back
it.
We're
too.
on a yacht.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
Anna,
Finish it.
maybe
Oh,
Anna
yeah.
can come and bring some of her drag friends.
Oh, I would love
Little
that.
pride episode.
Yeah.
I would
maybe?
love that. Oh,
Absolutely.
ooh, I've got some.
Oh my gosh.
I've got
yes.
some rainbow
Pride
episode.
backdrops.
Oh, absolutely. We
We're
will.
doing a pride backdrop. A lot
Beautiful.
of set design in that episode.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have so much fabric.
Absolutely.
But
yeah.
we
So much
appreciate
fabric.
you, Graham. You're amazing,
you.
and
Thank you.
I
we love you.
guys.
We love you
I love
so
y'all.
much.
Mwah.
Mwah. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.